when I was getting to be like 10th, 11th grade, you know, people are asking like, what are you going to do after high school? What are you going to do? I was like, and in my mind is like, I'm either going to go be a firefighter or do music. And I was just like, what am I going to actually enjoy and be passionate about all the time? It's going to be music. Like I have to do it all the time, and I have to be creating something. I have to be playing. I have to be doing something. Otherwise, I just feel like I'm doing nothing with my life, and that's the only way I feel fulfilled, and that's the only way I feel happy is if I'm doing something with music. So I chose that path, and like you said, yeah, there's a lot of sacrifices. I didn't get to have the normal like college experience and fucking wild parties and going to bars with my friends all the time and just living life. I was, instead of being at the cool bars with my friends, I was at some fucking dive bar playing for 5 people that don't give a fuck, and 3 of the people work at the bar, and they're just like, God, this band sucks. That's what I was doing instead. Or
but that's still dope. That's something I think you'll look back on,
and hopefully
like, you know
that pays off. Or like I wasn't at the cool parties, I was in a basement fucking playing and practicing, but hopefully that pays off. Or I wasn't working that job making a fuck ton of money and buying these things and going on trips. I'm living at my mom's house making enough money to get by in hopes that it eventually pays off, you know. But it's all pros and cons, and it's all just kind of, for me at least, it's all about just doing what I want to do, and that's what makes me happy.
And you have belief you can do it.
Yeah. And I don't expect at all to be in a fucking big band. I don't expect to be a famous fucking producer or a rock star or anything. That's just not realistic. That's not reality. I just want to do what I want to do. I just want to create, and that to me is making it. That to me is
that's good enough for
the
you.
goal. Yeah, that's the dream, is just to be in control of my own life, my own job, my own choices, and be kind of my own boss.
I think too, one thing that I realized for myself is, maybe for you that's not, you know, the goal. You don't want to be the biggest producer, whatever, biggest band, but you could be.
Yeah, if that happens,
and you never.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and you never would even have a chance to potentially be if you didn't do what you're doing.
Yeah,
like you're never gonna fucking somebody. This is kind of what I don't know if I saw this from something or what, but I just remember thinking in my head, like, or coming to the conclusion that, okay, acting or whatever it is, somebody has to be the next 10, 20, 50 successful actors.
Yeah.
Okay, and the only people who are ever even going to have a potential to be those people are the people who are going in that direction.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people don't think it's possible. A lot of people do and try, and then whatever. But even to have a first step chance to even potentially be there, you got to try and go do it.
Exactly.
Like, you're never going to be there if you never even fucking try or think or put any effort into trying.
And even like, you know, because like going into it knowing that you're not going to make it, and going into it knowing like nothing big is going to happen out of this, but then just doing it because you love it, and doing it because like this is what I'm passionate about, and this is what I put all my energy into, and my time and my just soul into. And then just going into that is like, fuck yeah. And then, like you said, anything else that's a bonus, that's like, oh, I got this sick role. Wow, never thought that could happen, but it did. Fuck yeah. And then you appreciate it even more, because your expectations don't get crushed, because you're already doing what you want to do. And then all these little extra things that just happen over time because you're grinding it out all the time is just like a really nice fat bonus. Like, wow, I got into this movie, or wow, like we're playing at this venue that's fucking huge. We're opening up for this band. No fucking way. I never expected that. That wasn't a goal on my goal list, but it happened because of me just doing my due diligence, just from me trying and working and grinding. Like, these things happen, and it's so rewarding. You know, you
Yeah.
don't do it to be the big thing, but the little victories and the little opportunities that are big are so rewarding, and you're like, wow, I've actually earned this, or
Yeah.
I'm doing this.
Yeah. It has to be somebody.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be the people who are working towards it
And
even giving themselves a chance.
yeah, and not even the people that are the best. It's just the people that
Yeah.
don't quit. They don't.
Yeah,
they
that's
don't,
a thing too.
They don't reach 29 and be like, well, haven't got that role yet. It's probably time to throw in the towel. They're just like, well, I'm gonna do this, otherwise I'll die.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it's probably never gonna happen, I'm gonna keep fucking doing it because I have to, because otherwise my soul will die.
Yeah.
And then those are the people that become the thing. Those are the people that get that opportunity, that get that role that they never thought would happen, but it fucking happens because they just never quit. They never were like, I'm done now, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I think there's really only two options. A couple options. Either you get that, everything works out fucking great, or you get to a place where you're happy getting by, either supporting yourself with just the thing you're trying to do, or you've worked it out so where you could do a little side job and what you're doing and you're supporting yourself and you made it out so at least you're happy, because then you're happy. You're still focusing your life on, not everything in your life is going to be fucking great. So you're still focusing your life and your energy on what it is that you're passionate about and doing. And then if you got to do a little bit over here to make that possible, if you really like it that much, then you'll probably still be happy with it.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And then, or the other option is you do it long enough to where you realize maybe you didn't like it as much as you thought you did. You weren't as passionate about it, or you see something else that you'd rather be doing, but you never would have gotten to that point either to pivot if you never went that way.
Yeah.
And you just be
like, I feel like most people in the music industry start wanting to be a musician or a whatever, and then by doing that, they're like, oh, you know what, I like being a concert promoter way better. Like so many of my friends were like that were like, oh, I thought I was going to be a singer, but now I work for this venue and I create all the posters, or I work in the box office, or I do graphic design now, or I was a musician and now I'm strictly a studio guy because of that. Like, so
you learn other jobs that are maybe not exactly what you wanted at the beginning, but are still in that industry that you still find you really enjoy. And maybe better, or whatever your circumstance is. That
you would have never found that if you never just tried the other thing. So totally agree with that.
Yeah, this shit gets me fired up.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.